Thank you for joining us for our secondary inspection for the properties on Pierce Street in Arvada, Colorado. Again, this is Jimmy working with Sewer Diagnostics. Previously, we inspected the main service line running directly under and servicing the primary plumbing for A through D. As far as additional lines we are checking out, we have heard the current scope of work will be to remove and replace most of the original cast iron rough-ins for the basement bathrooms to be installed. With that being said, we are providing secondary inspections for each of our floor drains associated with plumbing in the basement for each unit. Floor drain in Unit A off to our south side does show signs of heavy buildup, backup, and lack of flow through that branch of the line. For the configuration for the plumbing in Unit A, the floor drain is directly in line with where a cut will need to be made for new plumbing being installed for the bathroom. So we're going to recommend replacement of the floor drain in Unit A. Now, beginning our secondary inspection at the floor drain for Unit B, a couple of things we do know off the bat before we get our camera in. First off, the access and inspection hole for this floor drain was missing. This is an important access to close and cover up, as where a P-trap will manage to hold back some backflow if anything comes toward this drain. This access hole bypasses the P-trap and allows for any sort of backup or water running back up the line to come directly out of the floor drain a lot easier. So we see that our P-trap for this drain does appear to have some pretty heavy buildup and has a slow drain to it, but a very slow drain to it. Not to an effect that if there was ever a burst pipe or damage to the water lines in this property, it would not be able to empty fast enough to reach the main line and prevent a massive backup. So we are going to recommend A, that this P-trap is properly cleaned out, B, water is put in this after the cleaning to ensure that it is holding and the P-trap hasn't compromised, and C, to have an inspection access cap installed on this. But now we'll be able to hopefully scope through this to where we connect to the main line, ensuring good flow and good condition piping. So after a few turns and drops from this floor drain, we have reached a larger, we believe, 3-inch section of piping. This appears to be rough-in plumbing for where the original toilet rough-in is working its way towards a connection to the main line. So with the understanding that all of that rough-in plumbing is going to be removed and replaced, it'll just be important that the contractors digging that up do ensure reconnection of this floor drain to that plumbing. Piping condition itself for this secondary floor drain line does appear to have some pretty heavy scale buildup on it as well. We were able to get through, so it does appear that flow is able to work its way into that rough-in plumbing without too much difficulty. But given some of the buildup on the walls here, we will definitely recommend a blade cleaning of this floor drain line to ensure no buildup creates blockage in the future.